Sometimes I would feel safe if like I was in a group of people, but like definitely not by myself.
That's what some Georgia Southern University students are saying after the incidents that happened this year. One being a shooting near a popular Statesboro bar, Blue Room.
The officers responded around 1 o'clock in the morning, and it would have been, early in the early hours of Sunday morning, not this past, but a week ago, to Chandler Road for a report of shots fired. When they arrive on scene, they're looking for injured persons, shell casings, whatever else, and they find the victim in this case, who is actually in a wooded area just right off the roadway on Chandler Road down from the Blue Room. The individual who later died at Memorial had initially fired shots back towards the Blue Room in the direction of the Blue Room, had actually done some damage to a vehicle that was in the parking lot and to the actual building itself.
Julia Bostain, a criminal justice major, says she did not know about the shooting until her friend's family member told her.
We actually live right by Blue Room.
Yeah.
We're right there, especially just the time it was. I'm like, that's a college students go there, and I just feel like something should have been said, just knowing that that was so close to campus as well.
Parker Locklear is another student who was notified about the shooting incident by her parents. She says she often walks Chandler Road.
And my dad was like staying down the road from Blue, and he heard about the shooting, and then he texted me. He was like, "Are you okay?" Because I stayed at my friend's house and everything. But it's just like kind of scary sometimes because like, especially our dorms are like right next to Blue, and that could have happened close to our dorms.
According to Captain Akins, the Statesboro Police Department will continue to constantly patrol all areas in the city of Statesboro, especially on popular nights such as Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
You'll see officers constantly cycling through that area, including Georgia Southern University officers, because they have a jurisdiction, because it's close to campus. They're very, they have some jurisdiction off of campus if it's close. And so between the two, you'll see just a carousel of officers constantly cycling through the different bar areas, the different apartment complexes at that point in time.
When asking certain students do they feel safe walking at night, the majority said no.
It doesn't necessarily make me feel safe that something like that happened there, but it wouldn't necessarily stop me from, moving around, because if every bit of news was to stop you from moving around, in a country like this, you wouldn't go nowhere. So,
when asked what students should do to keep themselves safe, Captain Akins replied,
"Just have your head on a swivel, know where you're at. Okay, this is not Atlanta, but this is not, small town, middle of nowhere, population 50 either. So the same rules that would apply when you go out in a bigger city apply here too."
Reporting in Statesboro, Nikaya Harris, your newsroom.